All right, welcome to section 1.4. We'll be simplifying using a triangle. So simplifying using a triangle. Our goal is to simplify combinations of an inverse trig function inside a trig one. So trig of inverse trig, something that looks like that. All right, so some of them are easy. So in section 1.2, we saw that if you had sine and arcsine, then these cancel as long as you're in the domain. The domain of arcsine is -1 to 1. Now tan and arctan cancel, so you get x back. For x in the domain, domain of arctan is r, so either r or -infinity to infinity, however you want to write it. And cosine and arc cosine cancel for any x in the domain, which is again -1 to 1. All right, in example 1.4.1, we'll be simplifying the following expression. So I have cosine of arcsine of 2/5. All right, that's going to be our first example. Notice that cosine and arcsine, they don't match. And so it's not like having tan and arctan, cos and arccos, and sine and arcsine. It will not just cancel. You'll have to do some work to see exactly what's going on. All right, so here's the way I like to do it. I'm going to take theta to be the inverse trig. So in this case, I'm going to take theta to be arc sine of 2 on 5. All right, like we said here, if we had sine of arcsine, it would cancel. So I know that sine of theta, that would be sine of arcsine of 2 on 5. Sine and arcsine cancel. I get 2 on 5. All right, it's not the question I was asked. I'm answering a different question. But using that, knowing that the sine is 2 on 5th, I can build a triangle. Sine is SOHCAHTOA, so opposite over hypotenuse. That means I can build my triangle here. I'm going to take the opposite to be 2, the hypotenuse to be 5, and then the third side, the adjacent, will be A. To get A, I'm going to use Pythagoras. So by the Pythagorean theorem, A squared plus 2 squared equals 5 squared, and so A will be square root of 25 minus 4. It will be square root of 21. All right, so let me add it right here. A is square root of 21. All right, so we have cosine of arcsine of 2/5. That's cosine of theta, so this is cosine of theta. And now I have this triangle here that I could use to compute what cosine of theta is. SOHCAHTOA, so cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And so adjacent is root of 21, hypotenuse is 5. All right, so cosine of arcsine of 2 on 5th is root of 21 over 5.